Hello everybody. Thank you for tuning into another video. And I am super excited to share this video because this video is going to show you how I almost lost $10,000. Okay, or 11,500 Canadian dollars. And I'm going to show you how I prevented that from happening. And it's really funny because I'm right now waiting for a converted school bus to be done. And in the process of waiting for that, I thought, okay, you know what? Let me explore some of my other options here. And so I came across this other option and I was ready to, jump right in and stuff. And I'm hoping that this video will really hit home the idea of due diligence. And in real estate, due diligence is a huge, big factor. Like, we look at so many deals and we put in so many offers, and at the end of the day, the due diligence will prevent us from going forward with the deal or help us back out of a deal. And so the due diligence is a really, really important step. And a lot of times, even professional investors, we make mistakes in our due diligence cycle. Okay, so let me show you what the content of this video is all about, and I'll walk you through how I went through it. And then, yeah, I'd love to hear everybody's feedback on this. All right, so this is an alternative RV that I found on Auto Trader. So I will show you what I found. Okay, so I'm not able to find that Auto Trader posting, but I can show you the photos that came through from the person who was selling it. So they sent me an email confirming that this was it here. And I thought, fantastic. It fits what I want. It's 11,500 Canadian. And looking at the photos now, I realize that there's palm trees in the back, and that's not in Quebec. So the person who I was in contact with about this they were based from Quebec. They then sent me a note saying that they are using a company, and let me see if I can find this here. Yeah, this one right here. That they are using this company to sell their RV. And I thought, okay, that this, I read through this and it did raise a red flag with me. And so I did a little bit of research on this company, couldn't really find anything. And then I contacted a couple of colleagues and friends that I had in Montreal and just said, hey, have you heard of this company? Right? Because I thought, okay, well, maybe I'm not from Quebec, and so maybe it's a service that is only used really by people in Quebec. Turns out none of the 5 people or 6 people that I contacted knew anything about this company. So I thought, okay, well, you know what? This is about vehicles, and the people I'm contacting are not, vehicle people. So maybe that's not a big deal. So I went through their site, read through all their different pages, and what I thought was really okay about this was that they said that you could pay with your Visa. And so I thought, okay, well, if anything happened, I can just, contact the Visa company and they will reverse the charges, no problem. So I carried through with the purchase of this RV. And then I was in communication, and so I put in the register information, contacted the seller, asking them for their information, like their phone number, so that I could just ask them some questions. It didn't get that, but I did put in the registration for the vehicle, and they sent me a note back saying, yes, the deal is going through. Please send the funds by wire transfer to this U.S. company. And I thought, to England. And I thought, okay, well, I did see that they had a US company and one. All right, so I saw that they had a company in England, so that was fine. But then what I did was I did a search on the Quebec company, because I thought, well, if they have a Quebec company, why wouldn't I just be sending the money there? So here's the Quebec company here, and I did do a satellite search on it. Couldn't really get a good image of the building. So, okay, fine. Maybe that wasn't, a good indication of it. But here's what actually made me realize, okay, this is a scam. And all the way through this process for like about 4 days, I kept getting little, you know, red intuitions, like red flags going up saying, this is a spam, this is a scam, scam, you know, because to get an RV like this for, so it's a 2013 Forester. So normally this vehicle would be going for about 20,000 Canadian, and they were selling it for 11. And part of this shipping company is that the seller also pays for shipping costs. And if there's any issues that I want to return it, the seller also pays for the return, and they deliver it to me, meaning wherever I am in Canada or the world, they will deliver it to me. So there's a couple of things that were like, this sounds too good to be true. So this is the other thing that really made it too good to be true. And so luckily on the sort of the last little bit of time, so I happened to just type it in. I came across this website called escrowfraud.com. Okay. And if you look on the very second item here, literally 2 days ago, it was reported that this company was a scam. So, so, so I have to laugh because I love looking at deals. I love looking at real estate and buying RVs. Or buying, you know, converted school buses and RVs is, you know, part of buying real estate for me. And so I have to laugh at how elaborate these scammers are, right? Like if you look at their website, nothing really flags out that it's not a legit company. And they replied to me by email. The seller replied to me by email. And the only way I caught it was this. Now, I do understand it says for fraud or suspected fraud sites only, right? So, you know, there still could be some legitimacy to it. Okay. All right. So if you are interested in seeing the string of emails and all of that other stuff, send me a note and I will be more than happy to put them on a shared drive so that everybody can see. But I wanted to just share my recent experience with sort of a professional scam system and how doing your due diligence is so super important. And so when it comes to real estate and buying properties, you know, going through dotting the I's, crossing the T's, and just making sure that every part of your due diligence pre-closing is done so that you don't lose out on that down payment money or that entire investment. Okay, thank you so very much for watching.